Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 64 of Cute Little Love Letters, and this one is titled A Past Revealed. The Queen took a seat on a log nearby, and you sat down beside her, waiting patiently for her to speak. Your father was always a handsome and sturdy young man, the Queen said, her mind being cast back to those younger years when your father was a boy. He was quiet and thoughtful, and was always considering others. He claimed that he lacked confidence, but those around him could see that he had plenty of it. She sighed. It was this desire of his to have more confidence that led him to seek for it in the wrong place. Yeah, that's what he told me, you said with a nod of your head. Someone must have told him of a witch who could grant him his desire for confidence if he went to her. As I found out, he was told she would feed him something to give him these powers of confidence. I assume he was wary. It wouldn't have been like him to go ahead without giving it careful consideration. He was destined to be a fine king. He told me the fear of having to stand above the others as their king, with as little confidence as what he felt, drove him to seek this person out, you said. The Queen nodded. That does sound correct, she said. Unfortunately, the witch he sought out was of dark Fae origin. We don't like to speak their names freely, lest it summon them, the Queen said. But you mistakenly called Saria one before. That is the dark Fae who lured your father into her clutches. I'm so sorry, Saria, he said sadly. I did not mean to upset you so. You're a good Fae, I know that now. Princess, see, it's all been forgiven, see, Saria said with his head bowed. You nodded and then looked back at the Queen. And you said this being came and gloated to you afterwards? You asked. Yes, it had been a day and a bit, and your father had not been seen by anyone, so we started to put a search out for him, she said. It was while I was in the main hall on the throne that a royal purple haze appeared before me, and she stepped through. The Queen's face darkened as she remembered the memory clearly, and you waited to see what she would say. Any dark Fae we find we detain, but this one was very cunning. She kept applying protective magic barriers to stop my guards from seizing her, and in her hand she held the coat of the one she claimed my own dear son had killed, the Queen said sadly. On top of being worried about the well-being of my son, I then had to worry for his life. Was he still alive? Had this devil taken him from me? She asked, reliving the memory. She told us of how he had killed the Faerie in cold blood. But I knew that was not the truth. It couldn't have been, the Queen said. She then told us that she had given him the powers to hold human form for as long as he liked. Told him that he could never return, and that he may as well go and live with the humans, she said. It is true that royal families mostly stick with their own kind, and I believe the shame of being given this ability, aside from the crime he committed, drove him to run away and seek out human company. And that's when he met my mother? You mused. The Queen nodded. I have never met your mother, my human daughter-in-law, but you are my family, and I love you all dearly, the Queen said. Alas, though, it would be frowned upon if I were to bring you into the fairy kingdom. There are traditions and laws not even I can change, she said sadly. We do have the ability of magic, mind. That is how Saria and I are in human form right now, but we will revert soon. The magic does not last forever. I see, you mused. And so you've never caught the person who caused my father to kill another? We are still hunting for her. We may have a lead, and I unfortunately believe that you have met her, the Queen said, and your blood ran cold. No, I don't think I... Oh, you gasped, placing a hand over your mouth. I had a horrible experience at the markets with a clairvoyant. That's her, see? Saria said, still kneeling down on one knee to the sidelines. Is it her? Is that the same one that made my father... You asked in shock, looking at Saria. That's the one, see? But she's cunning, see? Not even I can track her, see? He sighed with frustration. Oh no, he said softly. That's not good. I need to warn Dad. Not to worry, see? Saria said gently as he raised his head. Your mother, the gentle white witch, The Earth human, she is smart, see? And she warned him already, see? He said with a gentle smile. I do like her a lot, see? Not a lot of people have her abilities, see? She sensed I was with her one morning, see? He added. My mum is very clever and wise, you said with a loving and proud smile. She's always been like that. Saria nodded. She's a good mother, see? He added. Wait, but what actually happened to the fairy that my father killed, the Tassie fairy? Did he actually die? You asked the Queen. Unfortunately, yes, the Queen sighed. I sent my best men to find the house of the she-devil, and they did. They also found the Tassie, deceased and tied up. She said, amongst my many servants and staff, there are those who can see past events of a person's life if they lay hands on them. I do not wish to traumatise you with the full details of the Tassie's final moments, but it appears that they had been held hostage by the devil, weeks before my son appeared there. They had been starved, branded, used for bloodletting in horrible rituals, the Queen said. And then when your father was promised everything he desired, if only he took their life, they were continued to be bound while he struck at them, with the devil gloating him on. But he was shedding tears and crying while he did it, the Queen said, more tears springing up into her eyes. He didn't want to do it, but he was so desperate for courage, so that he could measure up. You hung your head. It was a heavy lesson to learn. My Queen, see, Saria said gently. We must be going soon, see. Saria, I wish not to leave, the Queen stated. Now, my Queen, see, you promised me you'd follow my orders, see. Don't go getting stubborn now, see, or I won't bring you out ever again, see, he warned. You hid your smile. These two were like a mother and small child having an argument over having to leave the park. Queen, you said, then quickly corrected yourself. Grandma, is there a way to tell if there is an evil being nearby me? I want to be careful. They may try and trick me or harm me. It is a good question, the Queen said. There's a feeling you get when you are near one, an unease. The hair on the back of your neck stands on end. You can feel the evil radiating off them, she said. Oh, yes, I do remember getting that feeling when I was near the one at the markets, you said. And beware too, they can shape-shift. They could come in many forms, but the eyes of the creature they shift into will remain the same as their own when they are in human or fey form. It looks slightly unusual, as if the creature has human or fey intelligence, and this is true for they are not a real creature, the Queen warned. But you will know, I trust you will feel it. Okay, you said as you went to stand up beside her. Thank you, Queen. Grandma, you said, giving her another hug when she opened her arms to receive you. I wish I could see you always, but my days are numbered, the Queen said sadly. But no, if I never see you again, I will always be there with you, on the wind, or in the smell of the rain, or the yellow of the rainbow. Grandma, you choked out, unable to say anything else. My Queen, see, we must go, see, Saria urged. I'll need you to revert to Fae so we can move in secret, see, he added. Very well, the Queen said, giving you one last loving look before turning back into her original fairy form with a poof of lightly glowing glittery green dust. Goodbye, my princess, see, Saria said before standing, giving you the solemn swear with pinky to palm, and then turning himself into a butterfly, and off they went, disappearing into the night for the long journey home. It's a lot to take in. I hope we're all okay. Stay tuned for chapter 65 coming tomorrow. I'll see you then.